Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to the family. Today is the new moon eclipse and it should be happening in about 40 minutes, okay? Only the other side of the world is going to be able to see that, however. But it's a big energy, so everybody's feeling it. So the emotions are up and down. So it's healing, okay? And a beautiful thing for me is that it's my 4-year sobriety date. So 4 years ago, I decided to get sober. I wanted to be sober for my day of my anniversary for my stabbing. And throughout the years, the way I was able to hang on was through that memory. Playing that tape and really, wanting something better for myself and my family. So this energy is very much eclipsing out all the stuff that you may not have wanted to process in the past, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to ground, okay? 1:11 on the clock. We're going to ground ourselves and then I'm going to dig in. Check out the energy and what the universe wants to say for us first, okay? Like the planets, because we're in so many retrogrades still, and there's so many planetary alignments here on top of the eclipse season coming in. We need to ground ourselves, check out what the planets have to say for us, okay? And then I'll dig in. Here we go, guys. So grab your tea, grab your chew, grab your drink, do whatever you need to do to get comfortable, because I'm gonna spill the tea. Straight, no chaser, no sugarcoating bullshit. It is what it is. I don't lie. If it comes out in the cards, I feel it in the energy, I'm gonna say it, even if it makes me uncomfortable. It is what it is, okay? Uranus. It's about radical change, guys. This is what the planets want to tell us, okay? Remember to put yourself where you belong. It could be your story. It could be somebody else's. It will not resonate from start to finish, as all my readings on YouTube are collective and they're general, okay? If you want a more personal reading, you can always hit me up and I can dig into your cards and help you on your journey, okay? The 12th house. Spirituality, transcendence, karma, superficial service, and healing. All right, so it's really time to tap in. This is what the planets are really trying to get us to understand, that there's crazy radical changes going on, and it's tapping into the 5D realm, the matriarchic system, the age of Aquarius, the new world. And it's time to transcend the dark energy into light, to understand that karma is at play right now. Whether it's good or bad, it doesn't matter. We're getting what we sow. We're reaping what we sow. And there's a lot of having to really go out and put yourself to work, put yourself to the task. You do the superficial services and really do the healing when situations arise, because you have conjunction, you have a union and a merging and a coming together with the moon and the sun. What it does is it comes together to enlighten, to eclipse, and to acknowledge and enlighten the collective, especially now with these massive awakenings happening, okay? It's time to really come together with our soul tribes and start merging together our light and our dark internally, because we have the Pisces here, and the Pisces is the moon. It's also, the twin, so it's about intimacy, intuition, and compassion. We need to understand that as above, so below, the light and the dark, we need to come together with this, okay? To really do the healing and have the radical change, because the cardinal is here. It's about integration, bravery, and having that pioneer spirit to go forward through any adversities. You know what you want, you know what you deserve, and you're going to push through. Even if people don't, stand by you to support you, you know you and you support you. Chiron says it's time to heal the hurt. This is what this new moon energy is, and this is what we're tapping into today, okay, guys? So it's really about radical changes and really going into that spirituality to do the healing, so we can all be of superficial service, or, sacrificial service. so that we can all really come together, okay? To really heal the hurt, to really get back into the intimacy that we have, so we can be brave. We're all pioneer spirits, guys. We just have to be confident enough to really go forward to what we want. So we're not copying or clout chasing on other people, you know, stepping on other people to get what we want. This is not the light. Okay, so spirit guides, ancestors, oracles of the highest white light, please give me a guided, clear channeled message. What's the energy we're tapping into today? Storm warning. Yes. Yes. Radical change. Yes. Life-changing events. People are ending cycles with the 10, okay? There's a lot of ending of cycles, which is traumatic, you know, especially when you've been suppressing something for so long and then it comes up to the forefront and you're like, oh, you know, this is where when we're solid and know ourselves, we can persevere. Man holding a coin. We can persevere, be able to hold on to what is ours, a blossoming abundance. Now, you have a storm warning. You may have been really going through it recently, and you have somebody who wants to come in, offer you something tangible to open up this door to blossoming abundance, because they see you as this goddess of the moon. They see that you're tapped in, okay, and they want to offer you something. Could be friendship, could be platonic, always take it as it resonates, but they see you've been going through this storm, and they're trying to strategize a way to come in to bring this offer, to open up this abundance, because they see you as the healer of the ages. You have fire in your hands, and there's a lot of hostility that you've went through, and this is why they see this storm happening, because of the hostility around. But you don't even notice. You don't even notice this financial constraints. You don't notice this, but there is a financial constraint that somebody wants to help you out of. The door to romance, okay? There is some kind of romantic offer coming in, which is beautiful. This man is the King of Pentacles, okay, is what that man holding the coin is. The garden and the gate. Okay, this is somebody of structure, of discipline. They have a lot of self-discipline, okay? They could have a lot of tangible assets as well, and they want to come in to open up a door for you. The garden and the gate talks about standing outside of the gate, okay? And you know, there's a beautiful oasis outside of you on the other side of this gate. However, you've never been on that side, so you don't know what that is. And this is what somebody wants to come to help you to transition a little bit better, okay? Now, transition doesn't have to be death, okay? It talks about in the transformation from one timeline to another, makes it easier when you're doing the jumping of the timelines, when you have stability, structure, and somebody to support you through that. So when you're jumping from one timeline to the next, and sometimes we really do jump a bunch of timelines, so the atmosphere is different, the people are different. It's you know, the bigger devils, you know, all that kind of stuff. And somebody sees you as this angel of balance and wants to come in and offer you a contract, okay? But this contract is something that you don't know about. You've never stepped into this realm, this business venture. You've never stepped into this romance, you know? Always take it as it resonates. You don't know what this is. You've never seen this kind of love. Angel of balance. But the angels are coming in to bring balance, to open up the door to spirit and open up the door to value for the both of you through this financial constraints. It's magician in the mirror, okay? So this is what people are tapping into right now, okay? The fact that you are magical. You have the tools, the assets to get you to what you want, as long as you don't step on people to get it. As long as you're honest, authentic to your core values, and you really do wish the best for others. You have two people coming in here. Somebody sees you as a goddess of the moon, okay? And you're really taking action. Look, I told you, there's two people here. I don't make it up. When I see it in my mind's eye, it usually comes up. I am very gifted. Now somebody does see you as the wife. Okay, there's the husband and wife here, and they want to open up a door to spirit. Okay, it doesn't necessarily have to be a husband and wife. It could be a partnership or a best friend. Always take it as it resonates. Okay, woman holding a heart, you have a lot of compassion. Okay, you're gonna use your intuition when it comes to this, because there's definite victory coming in. But you're gonna have to see that you're a pioneer spirit, and you have to get out of the comfort zone, step beyond that that gate, you know, to something that you may not know anything about. It's the radical change, guys, but you're gonna have to merge and come together and start healing that hurt, so you understand and have, you know, you understand the spirituality, and you are really centered with self. You have the book of knowledge. So through everything, you're gonna be okay. You have the protection of this black cat. The ancestors are here. They've given you this book of knowledge so that you're able to spill the tea, to really help others through this experience, because this experience is not just hard for me today, this week. It's hard for a lot of people. The mushroom, it's the illusions that are breaking, and the ancestors are allowing us to tap into the book of knowledge, to see the illusions for what they are, to be protected through all of it, because we have the hedgehog. We're soft on the inside, so we have to be protective on the outside, but it's only because it's a defense mechanism. And this is what a lot of people are doing. This is the tea. A lot of people have high defense mechanisms, so they seem really mean and really cruel, when really inside they're just really soft and gentle. Okay, and we have to break down the illusions that are around to really see where the knife is that's going in our back, the deception, the betrayal, the abandonment, all these things that we choose to do to ourselves and then inevitably give to others. Okay, we have to have faith to really tap in to this moon energy, guys. I don't make it up. It's really time to tap in, okay, and have faith in the higher power, that it's about family, it's about family roots, it's about really breaking the generational cycles and really being something that everybody said you wouldn't. This is how I stay sober. I always remember, they said I couldn't, so to fuck with them, I will. It's the constant thing that goes through my head. Fuck my family, fuck, you know, because at the end of the day, I want to make something of myself, something stable, something of longevity. And unfortunately, I never really had good role models or a support system. And this is why I was able to just be that for myself, and then in turn be that for you guys and for my peers and for my children. The white dress. I found my innocence through it all, because I understood that I didn't really deserve the things that were happening. And the reason why I was a drug addict and alcoholic was because I chose to suppress it. The only reason why I chose to be a drug dealer was because I needed to supply my drugs and to support my children. Now, I try my best to cope with the fact that I may not have all kinds of money, but I have me, I have my sobriety, my children love me, and Sungay Dizu gives me what I need. This is faith. Knowing through all the betrayals, all the backstabbings, my stabbing 5 years ago tomorrow, I was a drug dealer and I was selling drugs on the street, and one of the guys whom I paid the trap house decided, he kept, you know, he had a gambling problem and a prostitute problem, you know, and the prostitutes would always rob him. And he had stabbed a girl about a week before, and I didn't think nothing of it. But I had just set one of my trap houses on fire, not literally, but so I had to get out of there really fast, and I went on the streets to sell, and I see my mother and father. They came to see me and they asked me to go home, and one of my friends said that he'd buy all my stuff from me so I can leave. And I said no, because I was stubborn and I wanted to sell it myself. And I went, and I knew the guy that I had just blew up the trap house, right? And I was mad because so many people were taking advantage of my kindness. So I was losing out on a lot of money because the corner boys were coming back short-handed. So I was continuously, you know, compensating for their prostitutes or their gambling or something, you know, always keeping in consideration that we're all addicts. But at the end of the day, I was losing a lot, and I was really mad that night. And this guy came up, the guy who stabbed me came up to me, and you know, we were chilling all night. Like I was there all night at the park, and it was like my fourth re-up or something. So I should have gone way back, because I'm just so blinded by my own fucking insecurities, and you know, the drug that I stayed and kept reading up, and I don't know, it was just the lifestyle. It's very addictive. Anyways, and the guy wanted to me to re him up, and I told him no. So he said he was gonna go to the plug and re-up in my name, and I told him no, I'm not doing it. It's not okay. And about an hour, I didn't see him. About an hour later, he came back, and he asked me to put a knife. It was like a 7-inch hunter's knife in my school bag, in my duffel bag, because my duffel bag was like my trunk. So I sold all kinds of things out of there, phones and you know, alcohol and perfume and whatever, anything really. You know, that's just what I did. And I had a big duffel bag with me. So I put it in there, not thinking anything, right? Just whatever, I'm doing him a favor. I don't know. I didn't really think back then. I was smoking a lot of drugs, like 14 grams a day, maybe. It was really ridiculous, really disgusting. And this is why I play the tape, and this is how I stay sober. I lived. There's no need to do it again. But I understood that I was just harsh on the outside because I was so soft on the inside. Now, he came up to me, and I only found out later, after my stabbing, after I healed a little bit. I went back to the street to see if it was a hit or if it was just him. I still had the staples in, my hand was in a cast and whatever. And yeah, no, so it was just him. It was nothing, but he had went to the plug, and the plug told him no, because the plug knew how much I was losing. So, you know, of course they're gonna stand up for me. And anyways, so that's when he came back with the knife. But I didn't know any of this until I went back to the city. And anyways, he came up to me like 40 minutes after he had gave me the knife, and then he asked me for it back. And I told him no, because he had just argued with one of the girls there, and the girl was like 17, 19, and she's one of the dealers on the street. She comes from LaSalle, just a little girl, little black girl. And I was like, yo, no, because I know this guy and I know what he does to these girls, so I'm not doing it. I'm not giving him his knife, no. And I knew, and he knew I knew. So I told him no, I wasn't fucking doing it. Yo, my job is to protect here. I'm not doing this. I may sell drugs to keep my habits, but fuck, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna let somebody fucking get hurt. So I told him no. And then one of my other friends, who doesn't go on the street because he's like me, we shouldn't even be on the fucking streets, you know. Anyways, he came up to me, and I don't know, I think that it was an insecurity of his, the fact that I am so high on the rankings, because if I pop up somewhere, then everybody's clients get taken and I, you know, make bank, which means I have to end up buying from the small dealers on the street, just so that they're not upset with me because of the fact that I just blew up the fucking shit. You know, I have no control over who wants who and who buys off of who. At the end of the day, it's about energy, right? And this is the violence that we have to go through on the streets. in Montreal. Okay, so it was like this was the big thing, right? The big violence. So now I won't give it to him. My friend comes up to me, is grabbing me, telling me to give him his shit. But I know, because even back then I was a healer. I'd help people who had like cirrhosis of the liver, and they'd be like choked, like hiccuping, and it burns. I would literally take their pain away. So the guys kept me around as gas, is what they called me, because I would heal everybody. I'd pull their cards for them when they wanted to know about what situation they're going into. I was the eyes and ears for the popo, and it was only because